morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's 26 minutes away from 7 o'clock. We'll have some more news for you at the top of the hour. Make sure you stick around. We'll also take a look at your weather so you know how the tides are looking and what you can expect over the weekend. And of course, your sports package is coming up as well. And we'll check in with the good Sergeant Johnson to let you know how the roads are looking. So that's all still to come. But right now, we're going to focus on some entertainment, right, Shane?
With the help of Sluggy Dan. He is involved, as I said before, in a number of good projects that you're going to hear about right here on Morning Barbados. And Randy Eastman has been helping him along the way on some of them. So we're going to welcome this morning on Morning Barbados the artist known as Sluggy Dan, a musician, and comedian, more importantly, Randy Eastman. Good morning to the both of you.
Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Cassandra.
Morning, Cassandra. Morning, bro. First thing first, I'm helping. First, I'm helping Randy. Randy's not helping me. I'm helping him. Randy is the director of what we do. He's the head, and of course, Quantum Productions is his company that he allowed me to be a part of and help enhance my vision and what I want to do for the youth. So it's the other way around. But I really respect that. I really respect that you said that. And you said artist. I ain't sure if I'm an artist. I fight for the youth and I fight for at-risk youth. You know, I'm being extremely honest here. And I say to Randy all the time, he don't like me to say sometimes, but what I do is necessarily art because all I do, and this is like the past 10, 15 years, all I do is try to help young people and more importantly at-risk youth and those youth that are theirs or parents in jail or parents dead or parents on drugs. Those are the people I try to help. You know, art is when you go and you singing and dancing and performing and entertaining people. You know, that ain't really my focus because it's really that there's a greater need out there, like through Mr. Eastman teaching at secondary schools and at Parkinson, where he's no move on from Parkinson, yeah, administering the whole. But through him meeting a lot of children that really needed the help, so made me take a back seat like 10, 15 years ago and take up this journey. But I respect, still call me an artist because I am a qualified musician. And I was in police band 17 years, you know. Yeah, I was in police band 17 years, you know, and as opposed to the system, you know, I went BCC and studied with London College of Music and doing voice and performance. So I am a qualified musician as well, but it's more like a freedom fight, you know what I mean? A fight for the children that are at risk. And it was all
well, I am happy to hear
the vision all started with Randy.
I am happy to hear that you said that because I was waited until you stopped to say, but hey, you still serenaded and you are a musician because we saw and heard you with the Royal Barbados Police Force Band. And you know, it's good to know though that you want to give a little something a little greater. So Mr. Eastman, let's pull you in here now. Sure. Also to talk a bit about how you've inspired what he wants to do as well and what you are doing, continuing to do really.
Sure.
Well, Quantum Productions is an event management company. It's a recording studio. And I'm also co-director along with Kevin of Youth in the Spotlight Development Program at Charitable Trust, which is a musical incubator and a charity. And it all came to being because of my experiences at the Parkinson Memorial School and meeting at-risk youth and seeing a need in terms of what young people wanted to do. We therefore decided to use music as the vessel to channel the energies of these young persons who we deem to be at risk. As Sluggy said, youngsters who seemingly were hardiers or not interested in the academic side. And through that, we've been able to see success stories in persons like Mylon Clark, who's a fantastic saxophonist now, Amber Barrow, who has been featured at Reggae on the Hill from the time she was age 13. Yes. We have Shamar Coombs, who is now the monitor engineer from Michelle Montano, who started from Parkinson as a very, very hard ears young man. And, you know, simply showing interest in giving them another option. He was able to find a career path that really helped him, and he was a part of the Parkinson School Band as a bass guitarist because they taught him to play bass. So in that, Sluggy had the idea of highlighting youth, and that's when we came up with the name Youth in the Spotlight. It actually was an event that Sluggy had in mind called Youth in the Spotlight, which we were going to take around the island featuring young people. And we said, you know what, let's register the youth charity, in the name Youth in the Spotlight. And that's how that became to come to being. And by extension, having a studio and using music as a vessel, we were able to work with the young people, record. Sluggy is a fantastic writer. He would write the songs and I'll produce them. We've done Junior Monarch, Parkinson Memorial School, probably the first school and only school to do a soca album. It's called Kaisuni Pine. We did that in 2014 under the stewardship of Principal Jeff Brooms at that time. And as you know, Quantum Productions also does recordings for the season. Reggae, we've been instrumental in the development of Barbadian reggae from about 2009 with a plethora of reggae rhythms, soca rhythms. We work with major artists as well. So it's all encompassing. At the current time, we're expanding. We're doing event rentals. There's a whole set of things, Cassandra, that I can mention. Don't want to take up too much time, but just that's it in a nutshell.
Your time. But that's a lot of positivity, Shane.
Yeah, there's a lot we can talk about. So many things we've been doing with people and featuring young people. Currently looking at implementing more programs and expanding the scope of Youth in the Spotlight and the strategic alliance between Youth in the Spotlight and Quantum Productions. We're about to launch another video project which features several young people on a few rhythms for Cropova. Well, the soca season 2020. We have young Ahanja Daniel, who is the former winner of the Junior Monarch. We have Tariq Ellis, who's the son of Tito Ellis, the drummer from the Royal Barbados Police Force Band. And Tariq has produced his own track, written all the music, and they just basically facilitated. Sluggy was a co-writer on the track, assisted the young man with his melodies, and helped him to shape and craft the song in a way that is really nice. And he's made it to the finals of the Junior Soca Monarch. And we're really excited about these two young people. So many other projects. We've had Peter Ram on the rhythm. We have Mr. Blood. Sluggy wrote a song for Mr. Blood this year on the Moringa Tree rhythm. We have Chrissy D on the rhythm. Name of Mario, Tony Rebel Bailey from Crossfire, and as I mentioned before, Peter Ram. We also have under our label Walks. We know Walks. You had an interview with Walks sometime earlier this year, and Jamar has been doing fantastic stuff over the last 5 years with us. Went all the way to the International Soca Monarch in Trinidad this year. We have Sugary.
Nice.
Sugary, who's been a perennial finalist in the Boston Soca Finals and also semi-finalist for Sweet Soca Monarch. And she's been doing fantastic work. We have something to launch for her just now, some really fantastic news, but we're not going to discuss that yet until we get some further confirmation.
Alrighty.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
You're right. You got a lot of stuff happening. But I like this working relationship that you have with Sluggy and Sluggy with you. You assisting him.
Yeah.
He working under you to help the youth, as you say, hard-aged youth, and make sure that they make something of themselves. And we're going to continue this conversation on the other side of this break because they want to hear about BIM's Got Talent, and they also want to hear about the Homegrown Roundtable. So we'll talk about that when we come back after the break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
6:44 your time this morning. We're spending some time with Sluggy Dan, a youth advocate by action. Of course, he's had a career in music, but he's helping young people. We also got Randy Eastmond, who is doing his part as well. He's had a long career in music, and both are doing their best to further further the development of young people in Barbados.
Here, Shane.
Now, talk to me about. My cup is empty, Cassandra. Cup is empty. I need some water.
That's the problem. Yes.
Exactly. So talk to me about BIM's Got Talent, the online series.
Yes.
What is that about?
Yes. First thing first, Ahanja, Randy mentioned Ahanja won Junior Monarch. Ahanja came second in Junior Monarch, but Ahanja won the 8 to 12 and 13 to 21 in the same year, in the same week of Teen Talent. So she was the first person to win the 8 to 12 and 13 to 21 in the same week, in the same year. And second in Junior Monarch next year. BIM Got Talent during the Corona and the COVID-19 pandemic. I was just there was at the beginning from the time it hit around the world. It didn't come home yet. I came with the idea straight away because I knew that you have to shut down. If every place on earth shutting down, you have to shut down eventually. So I took the jump. This long before the NCF announced. I took the jump to I wanted to promote Barbadian culture and art and youth all in one. So I came up with the idea to make the children sing 100% Barbadian songs. But the Barbadian songs at this time were white. So if it was a producer that lived in Germany, but he's a Barbadian and he produced on the song, that is Barbadian art as well. So any Barbadian song they have to sing, and I got different people to donate $500 prizes so that each week a child receive $500 as the winner for the project. But at the same time, and we got hundreds of videos, always Barbadian songs and about Barbadian product. So in that way, I was helping to promote Barbadian music at the same time, but it was by all young people. And then thankfully, the NCF came on board for 4 weeks, 4 weeks out of the competition, and I was extremely thankful. And they donated $500 for 4 weeks. And then they had different people like Soca Out of Season, Pawnbrokers, Post Wireless World, myself, Humbug, Randy a lot. So I managed to get money from different small people because at the end of the day, like children home, parents home as well. A lot of parents ain't working. So he just wanted to find a way that could help put money in the children's pockets and the parents' pockets to make sure that they're equipped with necessary essentials during this time, but at the same time keep Barbadian art, culture, and music alive. So that was my idea for the BIM's Got Talent. Like I said, the NCS sponsored 4 weeks. So currently it's stretched out to all. So we're waiting to continue for these semifinals and finals. But Randy and I have a lot more projects coming up as well. You're part of the Quantum and Youth in the Spotlight, Dim's Got Talent, people
Okay.
that we're going to be, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead,
So
Cassandra, sorry.
so that's okay. That's a lot. And I love this stuff that you guys are doing. I think this is great. When people say, oh, there's no help or there are no opportunities, we know that that is not the case. People are doing positive things. So, Mr. Eastman, you're going to talk more about the round table. I heard Shane
Yeah,
mention.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Homegrown roundtable. We've had
homegrown
from
round
about
table.
yes, homegrown 246 was birthed a few years ago because Sluggy and I wanted to, well, we started rather an online station which features 100% Barbadian music. So the brand Homegrown Radio 246 was birthed maybe about 6 to 7 years ago. And we've been running that station online, as I said, featuring 100% Barbadian music. We wanted to expand further and give persons an opportunity. And a few years ago, we had Homegrown Radio Open Mic. Homegrown Radio Open Mic featuring at Jacko's place, and we featured young persons who would come and they showcase their original music, their poems, etc. And this year, Sluggy called. He said, "Man, you think we can do a discussion?" And they said, "Sure." So we contacted our friend Sean Lane, who's a musician and also, I don't know the correct terminology, but a crochet expert. Yes, a male doing crochet. If you see Faith 246 doing it, modeled a lot of his outfits. And we decided to go on Facebook one afternoon, and we posted some topics, and we started to share. And they say, "Hey guys, I can actually get this discussion going on Facebook Live." We posted it on the live, and persons started to interact with it. They shared their views. They were very intrigued by the topics that we discussed, and we said, "Hey, let's make this a thing." That's how we came up with Homegrown Roundtable. It actually was supposed to be an element, a video element showcasing Barbadian talent, but we said, okay, let's start with the discussion, and then we can branch out further and look at the showcase of the talent. So for the last 5 weeks, we've been featuring industry specialists. We've had Christopher Harper, Jeremy Stevens, Andrea Hoyt, Dr. Denise Charles, Dr. Sharon Johnson. The minister was also scheduled to come, but he was busy in Parliament. We've had a lot of industry specialists. I'm probably forgetting a lot of them right now because the names aren't coming to me.
TC.
Yeah. TC was on. Cindy Marshall, John Roy, up to last week. We had so many persons pass through the discussion, and we've identified specific topics. We've had Erica Smith from Costgap, So we've looked at things like royalties, how do artists monetize, the importance of culture in education, how how do we look at culture and is it important? Are certain aspects of the culture more important than us to others based on perception? And another thing that I've looked we've been discussing is the education about culture and the education about the jobs available within the creative industries and whether some of them are shopped as an attractive type of commodity. So people will probably downplay saying, okay, I want to be a stage engineer. But really and truly, you can actually make a viable career from that. And those are things that are not taught in schools.
For sure.
Most people see on stage singing, being a musician as being the attractive careers, but there's so many other attractive careers here in the studio as a recording engineer. These things are things that are not shopped as possibly being attractive within the education forum.
At school because
We're not hearing.
we were
Okay.
Oh, you're not hearing me, Cassandra?
Hearing you
hear me
now. Now we are. Carry on.
Right. I was saying that these were things that we weren't necessarily taught at school, Randy. You're so right. So it's good that you and Sluggy can help fill in that gap. And we want to hear more from you, especially on the music side as well. So you can look up for a call for both of you to come and spend some time with us on festival stage as well. But thank you for
No
coming and
problem.
sharing with us this
Sweet.
morning. Yeah, we also want to hear more about how you're helping the youth. Continue to stay positive and continue to push to help those young people, those hard ears ones to really reach higher heights.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for having us. And Cassandra and Shane, just want to say you're doing a great job. And thanks for pushing on social media, especially heavily. And continue the great work, man. I really appreciate what you do.
Yes, please.
Blessings.
Thanks for your
Thank you.
Blessings. Thanks a lot, man.
yeah.
I have tons of respect for them as well, doing what they're doing for the at-risk youth. I think that is good stuff. So we've got 7 minutes before the hour of 7, Shane, and lots more still to come.
Indeed.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning.